Good afternoon, Centresport UK TV. I say good afternoon, Mike, it's nearly evening. I've been up since nice and early this morning. Mike has been, I don't know what he's been doing. Anyhow, how are we, Mike? And hello.
Good.
Hello.
Sanat.
We find ourselves on the final part of what's been an odyssey, I think.
It
really,
has
Mike.
indeed, yeah.
It's been an odyssey around Bolton Wanderers. Bit ironic that we're here today because I don't know if you remember the Pikes Lane one, Mike, where I said I didn't hear the fat lady sing. Well, I've heard her in the wings. She's made a few mumblings, but this is the 6th of May and tomorrow's the 7th of May, and I will be honest, I know I've enjoyed doing this, and obviously I like a little bit about what's going on with Bolton Wanderers, and I actually hope that they do all right tomorrow, because I think there's
a game on it there. There's some match on, I think, tomorrow night.
Love is in the air, mate.
It certainly is. We'll be there. 3-1 up against Barnsley, second leg to come. Yeah, don't count our chickens just yet, but we're in a very good position.
But she's not sung yet.
She's not sung yet.
No,
she's preparing to visit Oakwell, I think, at the moment, but we'll see.
To visit where?
Oakwell. Just sing for them.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah. Let's not say anything. Yeah. But it's it's part 4. So we're here at the now Toughsheet Community Stadium. Originally the Reebok Stadium. Macron was 2014, and then 2018 was the University of Bolton Stadium.
I never liked that Uniball thing.
No.
It always sounded like something that you'd fill a car wing with.
Yeah, I didn't like it myself. Yeah. 25 million this cost to build.
Bit different than the $4,000 for Burnham
Yeah,
Park.
it is a bit.
I don't know if that's consequentially the same. I don't think it is. Actually.
No, I don't think so. No. And there was a lot of opposition, I suppose, from certain fans when it first opened and was named the Reebok Stadium, because they sort of thought it was a bit commercial, but I think they ended up warming to it once we got in it, and it'll always be the Reebok to a lot of people. To me, to most people, I think I'll still call it the Reebok.
Also, the fact it was in Horwich at the time, I seem to remember, because is Horwich Bolton? Is it not Bolton? Well, yeah, it is. It's just it has this little weird little manor and barony, shall we call it, of Horwich and Blackrod, as it always was. Hence why the leisure centre was built. When did you know that the leisure centre was built out of the pot that Horwich and Blackrod had, and when it became Greater Manchester, they went, no one's having it, we're going to build a leisure centre and sink all the money into that.
I did not know that.
That's why you got such a massive leisure centre for what was essentially a bit of a village at the time.
Oh, every day's a school day, they say.
It's a bit narky, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is a bit narky.
Yeah.
However, we digress. We're not here for Horwich Leisure Centre.
No. So we've got there's plenty to run through. I mean, we did the Burnham Park episode in decent time, and we were there for 102 years. We've been here since 1997.
I thought it was about an 8-minute video we did.
I think it was 19 minutes, the Burnham Park.
102 years then.
No.
It's just the way you said that.
Yeah, we went there for 102 years. First game, Everton, Monday the 1st of September, remember it well. We'd had 3 games away because we were waiting for this to open.
Contentious game, that wasn't it?
It was, and it was the day after Princess Diana died.
Was that right?
We had, I remember having a minute service. It was a very sombre atmosphere. It was 0-0. There was a goal that went over the line, probably about that much.
Obviously it didn't.
Well, it obviously didn't, because the record state that it was 0-0, but Jerry Taggart should have scored the first goal. In fact, that honour went to Alan Thompson. Penalty against Tottenham, mid-September, 23rd, I think. He was my favourite player at the time. Lovely guy, Tomo. We've had a lot of stuff going on here. It's obviously, the statue of Sir Nat was put up when it was still the Reebok in 2013. Kevin Davis actually did a bit of modelling for him. Did he? Yeah, they modelled the physique on the Super Kev.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, look at them thighs. My God. I've got my shorts on, man, but you know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Well, I don't think he was that big. Well, you never know. He always said that. He always said, I only support 2 football teams, Bolton Wanderers and Bolton Wanderers Reserves. Nice.
I like that. It's a great sentiment.
Yeah, love it. So we've had European games here. Atletico Madrid, Lokomotiv Plovdiv, Sporting Lisbon.
Did you have Bayern Munich here?
No, you
didn't get to that.
It was just the away game, yeah.
That's a shame, right?
Yeah. Plenty of managers. We had one for a long time, obviously Big Sam. But before that we had Colin Todd was here, then Sam, Phil Brown for a short caretaker period in between those two. Sammy Lee, we don't really talk about that. And Gary Megson. Some people don't like to talk about that either.
I guess you've been up in it's history, isn't it? You've been up and down in a few of the leagues. You've got to have a few managers in there that that aren't popular.
Yeah, we've seen all the leagues here. We've seen the Premier League, Championship, League One, and League Two. So some brilliant owners, certainly current owners, Football Ventures. Some not so brilliant owners who sent us
asset strippers, you could say.
Asset strippers, yes. Mr. Ken Anderson.
Are you not? I mean, if we go around that way, Robert will pan it around there. You can't really see that's Axon. But beyond there is what used to be formerly Metal Box, and that's where the academy is at the moment.
Yeah.
Is it staying there?
I don't know. I believe. I mean, there's a lot of murmurings that this oil company want to build some kind of, like the Etihad campus sort of thing. I don't know where it would go. I mean, there's a lot of
maybe on the highly useful police station that was built that doesn't seem to have any police in it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
it's got a yellow phone box though, in case you really need someone.
But no one answers it.
No, they don't. Apparently not. Not that I've
Actually, I think if you ring it, some fella in the former east of Berlin just turns around and goes, "Stop it."
I might try that after this. But I don't know if the academy's staying there, the training facilities. I don't know whether they'll bring them here. Obviously, we had Exton, which we had to sell.
That was shocking.
I think Wigan had it, and then now Preston have it, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is upsetting to see Wigan get it, but that was the state we were in. But yeah, big game tomorrow, big games hopefully next season if we do make it up into the Championship. Some very big teams like us. I always like, when we did what was the one when we went to Glossop and it was 301 the attendance.
Yeah.
Here is 28,723. Oh no, just stop at 720 or 28,700.
Okay, profit's not a dirty word. Every single one's worth a bit of till, isn't
True.
it? Over the season. Might pay for, I don't know, maybe a few hours of a cleaner.
Fair point. Yeah, it's a fair point. We've not reached the 28,723. We've got to 28,353, something like that.
Around about that,
yeah. Not that I know. But yeah, we've had some great days, some very bad days, but some good ones. Stadiums, we changed the badge. I think it was around about the time of the Nat Lofthouse statue. Actually, changed the badge back to the rose as opposed to the balloon-looking thing.
Yes, with little.
Yeah, never was a really
like
big
little
fan
tadpole swimming off.
It was, yeah. I was never a big fan of that badge, but yeah, it's certainly a Premier League stadium.
Oh, definitely is, isn't it? I mean, if you look at some of the teams in there, I mean, obviously they're there by effort and Warren, but when Bournemouth came up, you thought, well, look at that ground.
Yeah.
Luton's, of course, and then you see this, and it's a bit like, I guess, like Huddersfield is. Huddersfield is a decent ground.
It was the same
build, isn't it?
Yeah, it was similar builders, similar contractors, I think. Not exactly the same one, but it was built on that kind of premise. Yeah. It's played here. Well, you've played here, and I've played here.
I have played here.
It's a beautiful place. It's a very good pitch.
I had the joy of marking John Thomas.
JT.
Yeah. Who didn't score that day.
I wonder why.
I know, he was a bit older than me, and I was quite a lot younger than him.
You never lose it, do you, as you've rightly pointed out.
Well, obviously I don't.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a lot of nice, if Robert can pan down here, we've got a lot of remembrance stones, just stones in general for people who just wanted a stone, I suppose, but the main entrance has got quite a few. My grandpa's over there. We've got a lot of the players on there. How many times they played for the club, how many times they scored.
Well, the good thing in that is its identity again, isn't it? You mentioned before what Sharon Britton's done is try to bring community back into the club.
I mean, now the front says "We Are Bolton." That's quite recent. I think we always knew that anyway, but it's a nice affirmation.
Well, it's nice if you're coming off the motorway, you know where you're coming.
Yeah, true. Where are we?
Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, maybe the road signs told you that. Those brown signs, Toughsheet Junction. I don't know. We come off it every day. 6. Don't know.
It is Junction 6.
Is it Junction 6?
It is Junction 6. But that's why I mentioned Junction 6, and when Dean Holdsworth first got into business, tried to buy the club, and then he ended up getting in bed with Ken Anderson, not literally, obviously.
Yeah, metaphorically.
He made a great point. He said, I still get goosebumps coming off the junction and driving towards the ground, and that's what the fans love to hear is the players
Yeah.
and staff love the club that you support.
I'm just having a look over here, Mike. You may remember when we were in the fan zone. That's where it is. Listen, if you're Bolton Wanderers fans, you know all this, but obviously there's something a little bit broader in what we're doing here. I like all this. We've got the
significant moments, and pretty much just basically telling us what we've already told you on the last 3 parts.
And I was just going to say, we haven't stood here just so we can read it off. We did already know that, but it does help. The one thing that I didn't actually know was the first FA Cup game.
1881.
Bolton Wanderers v Eagly. Now, there's people in Bolton who won't know where Eagly is, but that's, bizarrely enough, down the road from Turton.
Yeah.
We're only talking 2 or 3 miles. So, yeah, it's not just Bolton Wanderers. The actual area of Bolton is very deeply steeped in football from its origins, even late 1800s.
And I think that was why you initially suggested let's do the Odyssey of Bolton, obviously, because that's where we live and that's where.
And you support them.
And I support them. It wasn't anything to do with that. It was to start a series, I suppose, and we will do another one at some point of another club.
Yes, we welcome requests. I'm not a 21st sort of DJ or 18th or whatever, where you can come up and ask for Shabba, or maybe a bit of Wakefield Saturday night. No, it's more about the actual football. We're more than happy to do that. And this week, Mike, you've done a little bit of, or last week, from the location on holiday where won't be mentioned. Not talk about Cyprus at all.
Oh, we haven't wondered where you're going with that. Yeah, we've.
You thought I was going to expose your holiday again, didn't you?
It's fine. I've had a good time.
Is it good on the nudist beach?
I thought that's what we were talking about. Yeah, I've got those mirrored glasses. They're brilliant. Anyway, yeah, we've got a bit of a pot from sales, as we always said. 5% of our gross profit goes into grassroots. And we've had loads of requests. We were absolutely inundated with them, weren't we?
Yeah.
We did just put it on the Northwest Grassroots group that we're a part of on Facebook. We will, next time we do it, we'll extend it a bit further. But
yeah,
I think once we offer a bit of it just shows how many teams do need funding. It's,
I think what's interesting as well is the sort of breadth of clubs. There was the team from Mostyn, which I think it's not just about what we're doing. If anyone from FC United, obviously Mostyn being where the ground is now, even if we can get in touch with FC and see if they can't do something for, and let's invite all clubs in to help the grassroots teams, which is what this was originally set up for. I know we're doing a lot of Premiership stuff. We've done. We're doing a lot of professional grounds. But yeah, it's to see if we can't build that in. So yeah, it was a good bit of work, that.
Yeah, we got, like you say, we got someone from Mostyn, we got Accrington,
Reddish.
Oldham, Reddish.
Obviously struck a chord with me. So.
Yeah, so we're going to get those sorted out. So it's just good to, I think that like I said, the starting thing for me was just how people were saying, I need some balls to see me through to the end of the season.
Yeah.
It's just how frightening it is, how little funding that certain clubs do get.
They must have a team like mine, because all mine like to kick them out of the court and they don't actually go and get them back. So I think I'm on my 3rd bag of balls this year. Yes, they are under 18. And yes, I do try and tell them that if the ball's meant to be there, clouds would have grass on it. But
that's a good point, yeah.
Yeah. But it happens, yeah. Anyhow, digressing. So it's beginning to work. We're starting to
get out there, yeah. And I can't really put it in the nicest possible way, but if the clothing doesn't sell, we can't help grassroots clubs out.
That's absolutely right.
And that's not just for us, it's just we want to be able to help as many grassroots clubs as we can out. It's a great. It was for me when we got the requests and the messages we gave back to them. The gratitude was just, that's what I loved about it. The people were very humble about it, and it was a nice touch.
Well, it's worth mentioning it starts at 5% because obviously we don't know what the aspiration was of how much we'd get. But if it did take off, and it got to a point of wow, we're actually doing. That could go to 10, 15%.
Of course it can, yeah. But anyway, so this is the last part of Bolton Wanderers. I'm sure some people might be quite pleased about that.
Well, if if you are pleased about that and you've got this far, I really enjoy your endeavour on to that.
Absolutely.
If you hated it, well done for getting to the fourth part. So yeah.
I'm not sure anyone hated it, but
No.
if anything, just the on-screen camaraderie is worth sticking around for anyway. I think personally, he's gone again.
I'm just thinking, what's that? I've never noticed that.
What, the little
The thing that looks like it's off a film set from the. It's like.
what, the grilling company?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a
noticed
burger
it.
van. Great food there, to be fair.
Yeah, but how come I've never noticed that? I like a burger.
I don't know, why have you never noticed that?
In fact, I believe they do them over at the Harvester, but it's obviously short no nourishment.
I know, bet they're regretting that after with tomorrow night.
Well, yeah,
Timing's
everything, isn't
The
it?
fan zone will be rammed tomorrow night, I'm sure. And the Stone Roses Waterfall song will be absolutely.
I wonder where they've pinched that from.
Stone Roses, I think.
No, someone else uses that.
What do they?
Yeah, that tune. Yeah. Can't think who. Anyhow, well, we'll worry about that later. So, there we go.
So that's the Odyssey of Bolton Wanderers. Many years to come here. And who knows? Who knows? Could be somebody else in another 100 years doing our job at the next stadium, the Bolton Wanderers.
Could be us. We're going to live forever.
Don't see why not.
Look after ourselves.
Cryogenically freeze myself.
Yeah. Or if not, we could just come back and haunt it. You're like Rent a Ghost.
Yeah.
You can be Claymore.
Okay, fine.
I'll be Mr. Meeker.
Brilliant.
He wasn't a ghost. However, right.
So,
thank you very much. It's been our pleasure. I hope it's been yours as well. Moving swiftly on. Next one up.
We'll see you soon.